everybody. So I found a recipe on Pinterest that I thought would make a very good vegan recipe. So that's what this video is. I'll have a link to the original pin in the description below, and with that, let's get started. So for this recipe, you're going to need a medium spaghetti squash, half an onion, half a red pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of either vegan butter or olive oil, 1/3 cup of French fried onions, 1/3 cup of vegan cheese in a mozzarella flavor, and a cup of vegan yogurt. So first, you're going to cut the 2 ends off of the spaghetti squash and then split it in half. Then using a spoon, scoop out all the seeds from the 2 halves of the spaghetti squash and set face down on a baking sheet with a sill pad. Then put the spaghetti squash in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes at 400 degrees until the flesh can be easily pierced with a fork. Then you're going to want to take your half an onion, your 2 cloves of garlic, and the red pepper and dice them up. Then you're going to want to add your tablespoon of vegan butter or olive oil to the pan. And do yourself a favor, don't use metal in a nonstick pan. That will ruin your nonstick. Once your vegan butter is melted or your oil is warm, add the onions and garlic and then saute them. When your onions and garlic are about halfway done, you'll want to add your red pepper. You don't want to cook all the texture out of your red pepper. So once your spaghetti squash is done and cooled enough for you to handle, you're going to want to take a fork and run it through the spaghetti squash, giving you a noodle-like consistency from the squash, and add that to a bowl. To the spaghetti squash that's in the bowl, you're going to add the onions, peppers, and garlic mixture, as well as the yogurt and the cheese. And at this point, you're also probably going to want to add a little salt and some black pepper. I forgot to do this at this point, and I had to add quite a bit of pepper at the end. Then just stir all the ingredients until they're fully incorporated and all of your spaghetti squash is covered in the yogurt. Place this mixture in a greased baking dish and then set in the oven for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. In the last 5 minutes of cooking, add your French fried onions to the top. The original recipe called for cheese, largely in part, I believe, for texture, but since vegan cheese doesn't develop the same texture as regular cheese, I think French fried onions are a better choice. And that's your casserole. We cut this into 12 pieces, and it was about 77 calories per slice. However, we all ate 2 pieces. And here you can see the texture of the casserole. It's really stringy from the noodles and a little bit because of the cheese. And then after tasting it, I definitely needed to add the black pepper. And that's all there is to this casserole. It's pretty quick and easy. I hope your family enjoys it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when I make new videos. And until next time, see ya.